I see something kick off here, Moon. Is he going to look to jump? Moving closer. VP themselves want to fight. They're looking for a Fisher. They'll find Moon here. Moon could be in trouble. There'll be a telekinesis holding out to Phobos. There's your Snowball as well. They'll throw out for an avalanche across the rocks, and there's the Snowball. Who's going to get the first blood? It's going to be the side of OG. Miracle will take it. They do end up losing Moon here on the tusk, and they might be able to find more OG. Phobos getting fairly low. G chasing down Miracle here with the slows. Looks like it's going to end 1-for-1 at this point, but of course Miracle getting that first blood with the Wind Ranger.
There's two really key things that happened in that fight. The first one was the lift on Slaughter to delay his crush, and the second was Moon's Snowball. Because of that, he didn't get chain stunned, and they were able to get the first blood before VP was able to get a kill. So that was an absolutely huge play.
The battle
and it was Illidan going down. He's going to have to run back to base. Not the biggest loss for him because he can block very well now. But again, similar things happening in the safe lane here. FNG has got to find the double ward. And will he be able to? This one, he's going to have to kill this tree to find it. He should be going for that now. He does find the Observer Ward, but will he get the second one? I'm not so sure. It's so difficult. It's possible he also watched the replay, or maybe they had a coach that was watching and told him exactly where the placements were, so maybe that'll help him out as well.
And of course, as in game one, a lot of attention being drawn towards this mid lane. G, he's going to have to back up with the Shaker hanging behind, but in fact, G could be in a bit of trouble. Arctic Bird coming out, Miracle will win run, forcing G back here. Bottom lane, Illidan, well, he's going to be there, trying to block off this tusk, but Moon snowballs across. Maybe try and go for this with a magic missile, but Moon should be able to walk it off. A fair bit of harassment, though, from these two heroes. And, lane-wise, who do you think is going to be happier with the early game situation?
I think VP's pretty happy at the moment. I really like this Venge Ancient Apparition lane. It works out very nicely. Venge has a ridiculous amount of base agility, 27, so her attack speed is so good that the attack speed reduction from Chilling Touch actually doesn't offset her too much. And Lil made, I'm sorry, this is FNG playing Ancient Apparition, my mistake.
Mid lane, oh, this Fisher block. Oh, Miracle, he's trying to win run away, but I think he should still be dead. There's the final touch. G will get it. And these Fishers again doing a lot. In top lane, though, OG looking for a bit of return aggression, getting the telekinesis onto Phobos, and they will find it. Kill for kill across the map. Bottom lane moving in onto Moon. He's trying to get himself away here. He's not going to be able to do so. Final touch from Illidan. They find themselves a kill down bottom as well. So
this TP. Ooh. That's a good try from Miracle. He won't be able to get the kill now. He's got a power shot on 2. He could get him. Skill shot time. He didn't charge it long enough.
7 HP.
He thought it would be enough, but power shot was changed recently. It starts at 0% and it scales all the way up, man. So you have to actually hold it for a little bit before you could cancel it right away, and it would still do a pretty significant amount of damage.
Oh, look at Lil as well with these Fishers, is just causing so many. Miracle can't even get himself around, so just more time holding this Wind Ranger away from the mid lane, and G's going to be so happy with that. Lil says, you know, add him back, but Miracle will have to Wind Run himself past this Shaker just to get himself back to the lane, in which G is having a very nice time now on this Viper.
So regardless, it did force all of VP's heroes out of the safe lane, so for a bit here, Moon Meander is going to get a lot of last hits and a lot of experience. But they do have a slight advantage there. Looks like an almost Ring of Aquila for Illidan. No boots in sight really. He's only got 2 CS actually. So.
Oh, again, these Fishers absolutely on point. Miracle stuck in the trees. They haven't quite got the vision, and he will power shot just to get himself a little bit further away. But Lil, we have not seen a bad Fisher from him yet this game. Yeah. Everyone has been incredibly effective at just messing with the side of OG.
Looks like they do have something coming on the curve. It's just a TP scroll for Miracle here. Still doesn't have his bottle. If he had a bottle, that would have been some salvation, but back and forth, he keeps going back to base. He even TP'd bottom and he didn't get a kill out of it. So, like, it's a weird way to counter him, but it seems like it's working really well. A couple fissures and pressuring him and lost opportunities.
Yeah. Trying to move in on FNG. He's going to have the snowball before the cold feet procs in very nicely. Duper, there's a magic missile to the face, and VP with the turnaround, the chilling touch. Nice. It's too much. VP find themselves another kill here with this duo.
It's a great snowball, but maybe you just didn't think it was up or something like that, but that's not a death that you should have, usually.
Fish onto Miracle. Trying to get the initial slow, but the misses from the low ground will be there. And Miracle, he's got a lot of a way to go to catch up with G, as this Viper is going to be a pretty potent force for the side of VP at this rate.
Yeah, I was a little wary at first when they picked him because it's not a typical G hero. It's not a hero that allows him to snowball and grab kills on opponents a lot, but his ability to outlane Miracle is amazing. He's got 18 CS now versus Miracle's 7, and he's got 12 denies. He has more denies than Miracle's last hits. It's just incredible.
It's just a question of what VP can do with this early game. Oh, they're going to get crit with a nice wraparound. He's going to find the telekinesis with no tail there with the avalanche and the toss. No escape for Phobos, and a very nice use of the nighttime there by crit, coming in as soon as nighttime.
That's such a hard gank to predict too as well by DK Phobos. A support leaves, it's 4 minutes, you say, they're grabbing the room, no big deal. But by wrapping up the river, he does two things at the same time. One, he guarantees
2 minute bit of trouble to get the snowball out, but Illidan's moving forward here with FNG, trying to get the right click through. I mean, we'll be able to walk it off. And I guess the question is, Pudge, how do you recover from this start as a Wind Ranger?
You can do stacks, I guess. You're not as good at clearing stacks as most heroes are. Kills are one way. But he's just under-leveled at this point. He's level 4 versus G6. I'm not even sure what he does. Stack camps, farm them later, maybe set up gank.
Will he get for it? He didn't quite get it. And Illidan finding himself another kill on this lane, so we're seeing Moon just one vengeful spirit. We've seen Illidan do it a lot of times before, and it's certainly working out perfectly against the Tusk in this game.
It's so hard to play as an offlane hero because you're not expecting a carry to be this strong early in the game. Having the stun and an amazing animation and an amazing base damage and great agility gain, it's difficult to anticipate how much damage this is going to do. So Moon keeps misestimating a little bit, and it's leading to him dying. Venge, man, this is strong. This is a great duel lane.
Because one of the sacrifices they are kind of making VP is the fact that Lil has just been sitting mid with the Fishers. He's only level 2, but I think it's worth it every time for the amount of impact he's had against the mid laner of OG.
Yeah, I agree. FNG's not doing half bad either. Oh, great deny there. That's no regen. I guess it was just 2 supports, but Miracle would have liked to get that despite his bottle not being full. They're rotating.
There's
FNG
back up for
should see
OG.
them.
Let's see if OG can try and turn this one. Shards have come out. Moon with the snowball straight up. He gets the power shot through. That's going to be one down. Shackle isn't going to latch, but the mini-stun holding Illidan back. Moon continues to chase. He's going to have shards in 3. Miracle's already found one of these kills. If he can find both, this is going to be great for the recovery for this Wind Ranger. Power shots up. It's going to be off the mark, though. Miracle losing MMR with every missed power shot.
That was almost a horrible situation for VP. They already lost the A to try to save Illidan there, but luckily for VP, he ended up staying alive. Very scary. 2 tangles left for him. Perfect.
VP should be able to find this, but no tails there. Coming in with the reaction. Avalanche toss onto G. They'll kill the Viper. And now
the turnaround.
At the same time, at the bottom lane, Miracle's looking for the kill on Illidan. He rim runs forward. He tried to finish off this Venge, but he can't quite get the damage out. He has to back himself away. But OG, of course, did find those 2 kills in the mid lane.
That was huge plays there, but slight mistake. That was Lil's first bad fissure. It blocked Slider off. Slider wasn't able to get the follow-up stun.
Oh, Moon, he's come up top. He throws out the shards. Just giving a bit of a walk around here with FNG. As the snowball, but the damage coming out from this AA. And he hasn't got any regen at the moment on this Tusk.
That was just a tower and a cold
no tail.
Really?
Look at this man go. He's incredibly low. Moose goes straight in. There's a chilling touch. And FNG's trying to try and get the kill, but the toss is there just in time. No tail's got the back of Tusk. Same time, Phobos moved in mid, got the kill onto Rubik. Illidan does have a swap, and he's got a magic missile. He'll throw out the missile, no tail. A little bit too speedy. Oh, Lil there with a Fisher straight to Moon as he tried to retreat around the back lines. 7 minutes, it's 7 for 7. Again, just like the start of game 1. This one's pretty damn close.
It's a kill every 30 seconds, man. This game is crazy.
It's the dream.
We really need to see some kind of sustain on Venge. She's running out of mana, she's running out of HP, and it's limiting her effectiveness. She's not as able to rotate as the Jaro was in the last game with the phase boots, because that hero is very good at closing gaps. But she needs something. Treads will do it. I mean, Aquila helps. Wanda's useful as well, but she's been all over the map. Her CS is getting kind of low, but when kills are high, CS is all.
Playing it careful, has of course come up to this top lane, leaving the Viper, so he has got a bit more of a chance to get that XP. Miracle just applying the pressure on bottom. You've got FNG hiding in the tree line.
This will be a good kill possibility. I kind of wish DK Phobos stayed top because they could do a fissure into swap, into crush, into Venge stun. But it's very hard to kill Tiny, and it's very dangerous as well because if you don't kill him in that burst, he just might nuke somebody down. And DK Phobos actually just walked across the entire map. No TP, didn't sprint on the way here. Gank comes on FNG though.
TP down to the bottom lane. The fight's going to kick off. They have lost the AA, but there's a reaction from VP. They found themselves with the swap there to cancel Miracle's TP. Lil, Phobos, and Illidan all closing in on the Wind Ranger, trying to buy some time. He gets off the shackle. He'll power shot the trees. He's bottling up as well. Miracle's trying to get set up, but he can't quite break through. The power shot didn't make him a clear route. The crush is there from Phobos. It was a nice attempt from Miracle. Doesn't pay off, and VP get themselves 2 in response for just losing the AA.
A really good rotation for Illidan that time, and again, FNG uses his life for something good. 3 deaths on him now, but he's going to be happy with that. He is actually decently leveled, level 5. Doesn't look like it from his skills, but when he gets to 6, it's not too far behind, and they're ready to set up for lots of easy kills. One of the nice things that Venge provides.
Yeah, they've got a lot of control from this lineup. The Crush, the Fissure, the slows from Viper. It should be a very nice game for the Ice Blasters to connect, and VP now moving as a pack, 4 of them. Just going to check for the top rune. It's going to be an illusion, so not going to be able to do too much. Illusions out into the dire jungle to see what OG are up to at the moment. Because we can see No-Tail's farm being very good with the bottom lane. Fissure coming across. There's a magic missile. Look at this damage from Illidan. He's got a swap as well in. Moon gets swapped back. Illidan punches him in the face. And this is the vengeful spirit that VP love.
Moon just, again, for like the 3rd time now, completely underestimates the damage that Venge can do. You can't underestimate Magic Missile. It's a great disable. It's on a low cooldown. It's reliable. There's so much threat with it. And he's got 2 other damage amp abilities with Wave of Terror and Vengeance Sword. And he's got a lot of good items for it. Moon making a lot of crucial mistakes. Like last game he played great, but this one he's having some issues.
7 deaths at the moment on this Tusk. I mean, 7 of the 8 deaths of OG. It's not great for Moon at all.
He's got to be tilted. I don't think there's any other explanation. I didn't realize it was 7 deaths, but I guarantee he looked at that scoreboard every time he went down.
Let's see what the recovery plan is. They have sent, of course, Winter Wyvern. Fly's going to be sticking around just to keep watch, make sure that nothing else happens again. Top lane, they got the lift onto Phobos. Avalanche. They've got a Fissure onto 2. They actually get the stun over the Fissure, and they'll find the kill onto No-Tail. Trying to look for Crit as well here. Waltz himself away, did steal the sprint, so will be able to get himself out.
Those fish tactics, man. He knows how to slither while he runs now.
Here we go, Moon and Fly.
Not a bad ability to steal, actually. Can use it to initiate. Miracle doing damage mid. Not a huge amount with the Focus Fire, but any bit helps. And VP is going to shift top and try to take a tier 1, and they should be successful, actually. They've got the heroes for it. Is this the mech? Yeah, it looks like mech is up on Viper now. These 2 heroes are so strong in the early game, Venge and Viper.
Phobos. Oh, the shackle from Miracle says, no, this rune's mine, buddy. And he will get himself the regen. Very nicely done there by the Wind Ranger. And Miracle, I mean, he's slowly trying to come back into this game. In terms of CS, he's still a fair bit behind this Viper, about double the CS on G. So he still needs to find a bit more action, 2 levels behind. But he has got his phase boots. He's going to be backed up by Crit now on the mid lane, and there's a wraparound from the side of OG. 3-man smoke. Fly, No-Tail, and Moon. See if they can find anyone towards the mid, but VP are actually on the other side of this mid lane. They're potentially looking for a wraparound themselves onto Miracle. G's going to be the front liner here. He's going to be a hard one to jump on. This Viper fairly tanky at this point with that mech and the treads. It's a hard pick off to try and get. They want to try and make the most of this, of course, to use this Blink Dagger reveal on OG. Okay, there's going to be the swap. Miracle caught out. Lose the shake-up of the Ice Blast Fly. Should be able to find the Wyvern. There's a snowball from Moon, trying to get himself away. Gets the punch out, but G's there with the mech. They'll lose Moon. He goes down again. Double kill for G. No-Tail will be able to toss down Illidan. Finds himself one in return. So 2 for 2, but Phobos is down the front line with the crush. Finds himself a 3rd. And now G may be moving in for more. Phobos, is he going to try and dive this? No, he's going to hold himself back. But again, VP just playing these fights really well. And G, we're seeing already, he's getting to that point where OG just can't do anything about the Viper.
He's actually making Viper look fun to play the way that he's playing him. Very aggressive. He's initiated on.
Okay, maybe they can kill him. He looks for the burst. He gets the shackle. This is for Miracle. Can they kill him with the stolen crush? They'll find it. They do take down G on the Viper. Snowball forward from Moon. They're looking for more. Phobos starts to sprint himself away here on the Slider. He should be fine. And they did lose No-Tail for that trade.
They got a lot more out of it than they lost, though.
Shards. I'm going to quite be able to chase down Phobos. He's able to spin himself out the Fissure there. Shackles, it's not going trying to latch. Moon looks like he's going to be fine. There's in fact a snowball. He's bringing the team in onto Illidan, and Tiny's there as well. They'll find the Vengeful Spirit, and again, another big kill for OG.
They got a little overly aggressive once again. The mech wasn't off cooldown yet for Viper. He got initiated on. Does end up going down. If he had mech in that engagement, they easily would have won the fight because it took everything OG had. Golden, not nearly as much. Big ice blast.
G's TPing in. OG need to get themselves the hell out of there, and Miracle with the win run will do so. Back themselves off.
I really like G's skill build though. It's the perfect build to counter a Tiny. Tiny's a hero that has tons of HP but low armor, and in combination with Wave of Terror and Amplify damage, he's going to easily be able to just kill him in like 5 hits if he ever does find the Tiny. So No-Tail's playing this correctly. He's got a Blink Dagger. He jumps in, he combos somebody, gets out. Jumps back in, combos somebody, gets out again. Because if he ever gets caught in a fight against the Viper here, Viper will take him down in short order.
OG, they're ready to fight mid again. VP, they're putting on the pressure. OG are here, Moon. Just going to get the Shards trap off here. OG isn't going to be jumped on. You've got some with the wraparound here. Phobos and FNG. Ice Blast is available if they can find a Fissure to set it up. Right, just using a Splinter Blast to try and harass back the side of VP. VP are going to move forward, Lil. Walking in on the Shaker here.
Oh, he's out of position.
Oh, the Arctic Burn Slow does connect. OG can they get themselves in. Winter's Curse to hold it. Illidan's actually TPing out of this one. He cancels it. But they've already lost the Shaker. Shackle won't latch. There's your Ice Blast.
Big Ice Blast.
To Miracle. He does get the win run off, and now the cold embrace. He's going to be fine. Crit with a stolen swap. Might just keep Miracle alive. No, he still ticks down there. Faypop from Crit will find himself a double kill, but now G's moving in.
No-Tail.
The slow to No-Tail. No-Tail trying to duke it up with the poison. Should still be enough. He's going to stay alive. No-Tail's going to live. They might lose Moon, though, because G turns for the easier targets. Finds the kill onto the Tusk. Double kill for the Viper. So OG, they do keep No-Tail alive on the Tiny, but again, VP finding the kills.
Maybe one more level of poison attack was needed there over Nether Toxin. Would have provided the kill, but you can see his damage at this point. It's really big. It looked like VP was... I like the initial TP from Illidan, because he basically said, all right, Earthshaker's clearly out of position. They're going to snowball on him. But because the Ice Shards was on... and it ended up working out pretty well for them. Crit's been stealing some really good abilities, though. He's swapped an ally out. He's got Viper Strike level 2 now. I don't even think, does this team even have any level 11 heroes yet? Just No-Tail.
At the moment. Yeah.
So that's a great steal to have.
And we've seen No-Tail just on this bottom lane consistently putting pressure onto the tier 2. He's got it down a little bit. VP smoked up here with Lil. He's seeing if they could try and punish this split pushing Tiny, but No-Tail's playing it safe, and he'll use the haste ring to get himself right out of there. And closing in on that drums build after this Blink Dagger here with the Tiny. Lil still hanging around with Illidan. No-Tail, he might come back in. So Illidan, if he can find the swap. And No-Tail's playing it safe, realizes that they're off the map, and he's going to get himself right out of here by the looks of it on this Tiny.
It's a really hard gank either way. He'd have to Wave a Terror before he swaps. If he just swaps, No-Tail's going to blink away, and then your swap basically accomplishes nothing but moving the Venge forward a little bit. So, very difficult gank either way. It's so hard for them to take towers, though. Fly's been doing a great job. Soul Ring, throw the Splinter Blast, the creep wave is dead. They need creeps to go tank the tower, otherwise these dives get really scary. Or they need to get a swap initiation, and they haven't quite gotten those yet. And no sign of blink yet on Lil either, so initiation is definitely a problem for VP here.
Still looking very, very good on this Viper. Look at his net worth. He's about 2.5k ahead of the Tiny.
Jeez.
He's so farmed at the moment.
That's incredible.
18 minutes in.
And the more items he gets, the tankier he gets as well. The burst damage of OG's is good, but it's a lot of magic, and he's got the natural magic resistance from Corrosive Skin. So as he finishes his S and Y, he's going to be much faster in mobility. He's going to get an extra 6% movement speed, plus the extra HP.
Crim Fly still just hanging mid as Duo to get the levels bottom. No escape for the Wind Ranger. And a very clean pick-off for VP, and the exact kind of pick-offs that they're looking for.
It's one of my favorite things about VP's lineup is how many stuns they have, and stuns are by far the best thing to counter Wind Ranger. Don't let her prevent you from attacking her, you just stun her until she dies, and it makes her look like the worst hero ever. And they're going to go for Roche with this one. They've got 24 seconds.
24 seconds to go, and OG...
They've got this, I think. G's going to attack so fast, but can Fly make a play? He used Arctic Burn, but he's not sure if he wants to go in.
It's kind of early here. What's going to happen? VP. Never going to get it. Sit down. He got the kill with the shards. Moon got the kill on Roshan with the shards. Oh my god.
That's so hard to
do. Moon. Okay, I think he's may have redeemed his... Oh, he has done 9 times. Maybe not redeemed all of the 9 kills, but something. Something for the diet.
That was great. It's a big advantage. It's equivalent to losing a tower or gaining a tower. And if you get it instead of your opponents, it's like a 2-tower swing. That's a massive steal from him. Very difficult to do that. Roche's magic resistance is like 80%. So that means Roche had like 70 HP, and he hit it right there. He just sniped it, man. They might see an initiation. Phobos. He's got no blink.
Dodges deck. Phobos another swap though moves in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down for the 10th time. Again, VP finding the kill on the Tusk top lane.
FNG, you got to be careful.
Notes out, blinking himself away. The TP reactions were there from VP. Notes out, nice and speedy now with those drums. He's out of there. And G now with a Manta style, 20 minutes in.
Yeah, seems like VP is pretty clearly getting a hold of the game right now. OG did have some advantage there, but those couple picks plus the Roche fight, it's making a difference.
Phobos is going to need a bash. Is he going to get it?
He doesn't
even have a point in it. Okay, he's definitely not going to get it.
No surprise there. Nice play from Crit. Oh, might see a fight mid.
Viper strike onto Miracle. Illidan's moving in the magic missile. We're cold embrace from Fly, but Miracle...
I don't like that play.
I think he's gone.
I think the cold embrace guaranteed his death there. Snowball
coming back. In return, that's the question, yeah. Snowballing on Illidan with a Walrus Punch as well, but gee, look, he's got a double damage. Oh, gee.
Illidan might die.
The double damage has actually worked against them. They do lose the carry Venge, but they did find 2. Ice Blast onto Fly, forcing him back.
Interesting build. He goes for the Manta instead. His illusions aren't amazing, but they're okay. They will apply corrosive skin to his opponents. I guess it makes Shackle Shot harder to latch, among other things.
Flying Crit, moving forward. Crit's got that Viper Strike. Has, of course, got that Blink as well if he wants to try and jump in, but with just these 2 supports, they're going to have a hard time. Force has now been picked up here by the Slardar.
Interesting choice. Blink is almost always better, but in the case of a Tuskar, there's a lot of times where Force is better.
Are they going to go with this? Nah, a little bit too far away.
Yeah.
A little bit too far.
Force is going to be better this game because if any of his cores, especially somebody like Viper, who's a little immobile, if he gets caught on the wrong side of an Ice Shards, Force can just save a team fight. Whereas if he gets caught there, they have to fight because they can't necessarily just leave G, especially with the Aegis. So I like the Force in this game. In a lot of cases, I don't think it's the right item, but I think this game definitely.
Of course, they've still got this Aegis here on the Viper. The question if VP want to try and look for more. We actually see the overall net worth. It's very, very close. OG with a slight edge, but only a very, very small one, 22 minutes in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Miracle's still so far behind, though. It's going to take him a while to catch up. And even when he does, the targets that he's going after, Vengeful Spirit, Viper, they have a lot of armor. They have a lot of survivability. Venge is an amazing strength gain, 2.6. If he just gets the levels, he's going to transition nicely into a tanky, damagey core. He's limited in some other ways, but stats is not one of them.
Bottom lane, looks like VP going to start to get a push here. They've got 3 heroes. Fly's just come down here at the moment. Gil has got that haste.
It's a hard kill.
Yeah, Wyvern just keeping it back, just bringing the creeps around with a Splinter Blast.
If they went for this kill, they'd have to dive past the tier 1. There could be TP supports. It's way too dangerous to go for. Plus, they don't even have the blink on Slar. It's a Force. So it's a little bit less mobile, less range on that. So for now, they go back. Defend the base. Pressure the tier 1 a little bit. They're still very strong, though, even without FNG.
Oh, look at Notel go.
He's alive.
Go for the TP out. All right, FNG lived through the burst. And Notel does bait back a TP and himself gets out.
That's great itemization from FNG. Bracer, Wand, and he's got a cloak. Being able to survive those kills is massive because if it wasn't for that cloak, Notel would have an extra kill to his name. Him buying that cloak, anticipating I'm the squishiest person on my team, that's who Notel's going to look for consistently. If he prevents that wave of gold, then Tiny has to go back to normal farming and team fights. So it's not going to be nearly as easy. It's going to create less pressure on the map. It's overall going to give VP a better place in the game. Really smart itemization by FNG.
I mean, we've obviously talked about the fact that G is still very much far ahead on this Viper, but the later this game goes, surely OG are going to feel more and more confident with that Wind Ranger and Tiny Core compared to the Venge Viper core lineup of the side of VP.
I would say so, yes, but there is some interesting interactions that they do get out of it. Again, they have the damage amp with Vengeance Aura, they have amplified damage on Slardar, they've got Wave of Terror, they have all of these minus armor options that pretty much, even if Tiny has an AC, he's going to be about at 0 armor. So Viper is going to remain extra relevant compared to a normal game due to all that minus armor.
There's an Ice Blast on him as well. He'll toss them in, but they do lose the no-tail. They'll find the kill and return onto the Shaker, but it looks like VP are going to look for more. Magic Missile was there to cancel the TP, and Phobos, he's looking towards the top for more. Wave of Terror onto Crit. They should be able to find this Rubik. And it looks like he actually managed to get himself out with the Blink, and Crit looking to play this one off. He's got Blink again in 8 seconds. Is he going to be able to avoid this? It's a 1-for-1 at the moment.
The lead off from Phobos. He's got a force.
There's TPs, they're all
that
going.
was the wrong item. He wanted to use Earn. It was late.
The tick wasn't there to cancel it in time, and Crit. Phobos is chasing.
Oh, no more Earns. All right, he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah.
Big mistake from Phobos. Because the Earn damage didn't come out fast enough. He got that Blink Dagger off, and then the Force Staff didn't catch him. So, good escape from Crit. Good escape from Miracle as well.
Of course, still none of all the Ice Blast.
All right.
Oh, Crit. He knows. He knows. He knows.
What do you think G buys next? Does he go a heart? I feel like
got a lot of money,
hybrid damage would be okay. Butterfly.
Here we go. This is going to be the reveal.
Maybe a Scotty. You can alternate poison attacks. I mean, if he's got an Avanta, he wants his illusions to be good, right? So I feel like an agility hybrid item or an agility item is the way to go. But tank as well is also really important if he's worried about dying to Shackle Shot, Focus Fire, or Tiny Combo plus Focus from other heroes. Maybe a fallback on, I say Scotty all the time, but nobody ever builds it, pretty much. It's always Heart or something else. BKB is an okay option as well. I kind of like BKB, but it doesn't give him as good of a late game. But it also allows him to really frontline tank.
Worth noting as well, Shaker Lil has got that Blink Dagger, even though he was the one to fall in that last fight. And level 11 as well, so the Echo Slam will hit hard. Still on cooldown for 40 seconds. OG themselves, they did smoke up towards the top, maybe seeing if anyone was going to bite for the no-tail bait. They won't be able to find anyone from the side of VP at the moment with this movement, looking the way the smoke's going to go.